prepared and I looked to see what it was. And I'm pretty sure this is 19. I wasn't going to film today, but because there's not much to report, but I decided to quit throwing a fit and just do it. So, and it's already like halfway through my day, so I have been at it all morning and it's just been busy already, so that's why I kind of look a hot mess. But anyway, so last week, for those who watched will remember that I had gained 1.2 from the previous week where I had been at a stall. So really, I have not had a loss. My last loss was on June 10th. And then I was the same for 2 weeks after that, and then last week I went up 1.2. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's right. I did look at it. So I was 208.2 2 weeks in a row, and then I went up to 209.4, and then this week I weighed and I'm down 0.2. So I did lose 0.2, which normally I would be okay about, because, you know, I mean, it's losing, but I guess I'm just not really okay with it because I didn't lose what I gained last week, and I would have been happier to go back to like 208.2, you know, would have been happier to go back to that. And, you know, it's just really frustrating because I did everything I said I was going to do this week. You know, I was really, really stressed and sleep deprived the week before, and I thought, okay, that's the reason why I gained, was because I wasn't getting any sleep and I was really stressed out. And, you know, so this week I thought, well, this last week leading up to today, my goals were to continue on with tracking and eating, continue on with my water, and but to make sure I had a stress-free week as possible, and to try to get more sleep. And the sleeping thing, I didn't know if I'd be able to do, because my sleeping is kind of based on my husband's schedule and my son's schedule, because I have to get my husband up in the morning because he takes medication that makes it kind of hard for him to wake up, and he works early in the morning. Like some days he has to be up at, you know, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Other days it's 4. It just depends on his schedule for that day. And my son, just depending on what time he gets off of work when I have to go pick him up. And the drive is a 30-minute drive there and a 30-minute drive back from his work. So if he gets off work, you know, anywhere between 8:30 to 9:30, then that means getting me home, you know, sometimes close to 10 o'clock. So I thought, okay, the sleep thing I didn't think I'd be able to do, but it just happened to work out where there was a few days that my husband didn't have to be to work until, 5:30, so I wasn't up, didn't have to get up until 4:30. And then my son, the 2 days that he had to work late, he was able to arrange a ride with a couple coworkers that live in our same area. And then the other, 3 or 4 days this last week, he got off fairly early. I mean, I think the latest day that I had to pick him up was he got off at 8 o'clock. So it's slowing down a little bit. So, the sleep thing, I got a lot of sleep this week. I mean, as much as I was before. I mean, I wasn't, definitely was not sleep deprived. And as far as stress, I made sure that I prepped all my meals. Every single dinner this week I was able to get done, or the prep part of it to get done in 15 minutes, because I had prepped everything. So any vegetables I had to chop, or just getting it ready to go put it into the oven. So as far as the actual me having to get stuff ready for dinner was really quick. I mean, it was just snap done, and that was so great. And I'm gonna do that again this week when I do my meal prep. So that's the frustrating part, is I did everything that I set out to do. Anything that was different from the week before, I did it. And so I'm gonna try one more thing before I start changing my eating plan. I know a lot of people on here in our community here on YouTube have been doing a lot of different changes with the plans, and it seems to be working for them. But I want to see, because it's what's working, the regular plan was working for me before, and just all of a sudden it stopped. And I mean, maybe I do need to mix it up, but I want to first, have a habit of trying a bunch of different things in 1 week, and then I don't really know what it was. What was that one thing that, you know, stopped it? So this week, my plan is to, instead of mixing up my points, and that's what a lot of people are doing, is, or, you know, instead of doing, like, I have 30 points a day and 42 weeklies, and I don't hardly ever use my weeklies, so, you know, I usually just stick to my 30 points, and a lot of times I go under, but a lot of people are kind of switching them up, having, you know, more points one day and less points another day, and their regular points. So instead of doing that this week, I will, if I don't see any progress next Friday, then I am going to do something different with my eating plan, with my points. But this week, what my plan is, because one of my July goals is activity. So I am going to continue on with tracking every day, continue on with my water, and my like I said, my July goals was to add more activity, and I believe, I should know what my goals are, I don't have it with me, I have it written down, was to do at least 4 days of 30 minutes of activity. Whether I'm going to try to do most of it at work, because I don't have a lot of time to do it after work, but I'm going to do most of it on my breaks or even my lunch, whatever I have to at work, to get my 30 minutes in 4 times a week. I did 4 times because I have Friday, Saturday, and Sundays off in July. Starting in August, I go back to work Monday through Friday, and I just have Saturday and Sunday off. So right now, though, I do have 3 days off a week, and I can get 30 minutes in those 3 days for sure. Then I only have to make sure I can get my walks in on my breaks at least 1 day a week at work. It's sometimes hard. I do have meetings, a lot of meetings. July is usually pretty slow with the meetings, so I should be able to get my activity in. And I mean, 4 days is my minimum. I mean, I like to do every day, but 4 days is my minimum. And I'm also doing the 30-day ab and squat challenge, and I'll put a picture of that at the end, like I have been with my videos. And day 1 was 10 sit-ups, 10 crunches, and 25 squats, I believe. I did it first thing this morning when I got up. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So I've been up since I got up my husband had to be to work today at 4:40, so I got up when he called me and let me know he was at work. So I've been up since 4:30. I went ahead and got up, and so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Anyway, so that is so I figured I'm gonna wait and see before I switch anything up with my points. I'm gonna wait and see what happens this week by adding more activity in. And I also, one of the food things I am going to do this week is I'm going to limit my fruit, because I do tend, especially this time of year, with there being so many, you know, fruits and vegetables available, I tend to eat quite a bit of fruit. I eat quite a bit of vegetables too. I mean, I don't replace the fruit for vegetables by no means. I mean, I eat probably just as many vegetables as I do fruit, but I just wonder if that might be adding a little, because it's more than what I have been when they're not in season. So I'm going to try to limit my fruit to 2 servings a day. And as it is right now, I really only eat fruit in the first half of my day before lunch. I don't usually typically eat it in the evenings unless I'm having kind of like breakfast type foods for dinner, and then I'll have maybe some kind of fruit. Like I had cantaloupe the other night with dinner, but typically I try to limit my fruits in the morning. But I think I'm going to try to keep it to only 2 servings and try to do it 2 servings before noon, unless I just am really craving something at night. Sometimes I'll just eat an apple, and that'll really, and I know apples are okay, because even when I did low carb, apples was something that, because they have a lot of fiber, that was something that I was able to have and not affect me too negatively or anything. So I'll just limit, you know, my fruit to 2 servings before noon, and then if I have to have some kind of snack or whatever before bed or after dinner and I'm craving something, then I'll allow myself an apple in the evening. So I'm going to try to do that this week also, and just try to increase, you know, I'll just try to replace, you know, more vegetables or something for my fruit. But and we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to be as strict with that as I am with the activity. I really want to focus on the activity this week. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I was really upset this morning. I mean, I had weighed yesterday, and that's why I talked about my what I eat video. I did weigh yesterday, and I was up actually another pound than what I was last Friday. So I was happy when I got on the scale this morning, and so I was 0.2 down from last week. That means, you know, I still down, you know, 1.2 from yesterday. So that's good. I mean, but throughout the day, that's why I finally, it's 11:30 right now, and that's why I finally just decided I'd go ahead and make a video and put it out there and let you know what my plans are for this week. And yeah, I mean, I want to be as open on this journey and through my channel as possible, and I feel like the only way I'm going to do that is by being transparent about everything. So anyway, so I just dropped my son off at work. He's only had one day off since he started on June 9th. So he was supposed to have today off, but it didn't happen. I took him to open up his first checking account. So we just got done with that. I got part of my shopping done early this morning. I went out like at 7 o'clock and did half of it, so that way I wouldn't have as much to do after I dropped him off. So right now I'm headed to go finish up the rest of my shopping. I have to pick up some produce at Safeway, pick up some non-food like household stuff at Walmart. I already been to Walmart once to get my groceries, but I didn't have time to get everything. So the only thing I've had to eat today, I haven't been really hungry. This is actually my second 24-ounce thing of water, so that's good. I have my iced coffee from McDonald's that I'm working on, and I did have an egg white delight at McDonald's. Fridays, Fridays are the days I usually go into my weeklies, and then I don't use my weeklies at all the rest of the week, and I don't usually go in too far of them on Fridays. I believe the iced coffee at McDonald's, they don't put, at least my McDonald's doesn't put non-fat milk in them. They say they can't. I don't know why. They have it there, but they can't put them in here. But anyway, so this, when I looked it up on the app, the ones with the sugar, when they have the iced coffee with sugar-free vanilla, they are, I believe, 4 points. So I didn't get anything in there, so I just counting it as 4 points. And then the egg white delights, I believe, are 7, but I'm not positive. I can't look because it's on my phone. So that's all I've had today. I'm not sure what I'm going to have for lunch because I don't foresee getting home until close to 1 o'clock, probably by the time I get everything done. And so I'll probably just grab something fast and easy and, you know, at home, because if I eat past 1 o'clock for lunch, I like to get dinner on the table fairly early, because I don't know what time my son will be off work. So I like to get the dinner on the table as close to 5:30 as possible. That way it's already done, because usually the earliest he's gotten off lately has been 6 o'clock. Then that way I have time to get dinner at least on the table, and before I'd have to leave to go get him. So if anything, I might just kind of grab a snacky lunch. So anyway, so thank you all for your support. I'm going to go finish the rest of my day, and I hope everybody who had weigh-ins today, I know Amber had a weigh-in today and she did great, so congratulations, Amber. And I know Jessie also had a good weigh-in on Wednesday, and she also was one of the ones that kind of did a mix-up with their plan, with their points on their plans. So yeah, I think that might be something I'm going to think about for next week. I just want to see what happens when I increase my activity. For me, the easiest way to keep it straight in my head is to keep my points at 30 points every day. It's easier for me to track and all that, but if I have to, I have to. That's the way it is. So stay tuned on my channel I'll have a grocery haul this week. I'll have a meal prep. Grocery haul probably will post tomorrow. Meal prep should post either Sunday or Monday, because I'm Monday off, so I'm not sure which day I'll post it. I'm going to do a planner spread video, and we'll also have a planner haul with that planner spread. And then I have a dessert recipe, so I'm going to film. I wanted to film those today, but I'm not sure if that'll happen today. Depends on what time I get home. And what else? I thought there was something else. I think that's it. So unless I have time, I might do a tag video or so, but I think that's it for now. So yeah, so just stay tuned for lots of content over the next few days, and my next What I Ate video won't be up until Tuesday evening, because I probably won't do one Monday because I don't work, and I'm not sure what we're doing this family, you know, as far as family and everything. So, yeah. So anyway, so I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.